Alright, so I got the displays out of their boxes. What's kind of actually cool is I saw a couple other reviews online, and some of their people's boxes were kind of messed up. These are actually in perfect condition. I mean, there's maybe a couple rub marks, I think, and like, you know, the standard kind of stuff that you would normally see with shipping a box of this size, but overall, I mean, the boxes are immaculate. Hopefully, you know, that means, you know, the monitors will be fine. Actually, what I thought was kind of funny is this is their fragile sticker. Oh no, don't tip me over. Anyway, alright, let me get these, you know, all taken out of their respective packaging and see if I can put it on the arm, but see how this goes, I guess. So I'm, you know, I'm taking out the boxes and stuff like that. And first is I have to figure out how to take off the bottom part of the monitor that actually goes to the bases. Since I'm not using that because I got the dual VESA mount, I'm gonna have to go online real quick and try to figure that out. But so what I wanted to really go over was these power cords. So they come with the non-US. Here, let me just keep going, Brad. Dropping the phone. They come with these non-US cables, you know, like the Euro look or whatever else, or, you know, Korean, Japanese, anything but the non-standard US. The sketchy part about this is, you know, obviously it's a positive, or they're two prongers, but the part that goes into the actual monitor has a ground. So I like all my stuff grounded. That's just how I am. It makes me sleep better at night. So they give you this silly little adapter. It goes into two prongs. I mean, I guess you could use it if you wanted to. It looks hideous. I mean, look at... they're really silly. So, if you are going to get these monitors, and I read about this online, luckily I have plenty of, you know, the standard cables that come with like any monitor known to man. That's US based, like Dell's and stuff like that. Go out, you know, Radio Shack will have them, Staples will have them, Office Max, Office Depot will have them. Because these things are just silly. So anyway, I figured to talk about that before, you know, continuing. All right, so I just kind of really loosely ran the cables, but essentially, so every single one of my monitors has a Displayport cable, a DVI-D for my PC, which is below, and obviously the power. So I just ran the power cable. So I have my DVI-D. So technically, I should be able to switch in between PC and my Mac, both running the 27-inch screens. So just kind of confirming. So this is the multi-model. You know, the QNIX. Everybody buying the QNIX one goes for the cheapest one. I think it's like $324 or something like that. I paid $374, and I have the DisplayPort, VGI, which, you know, meaningless, I guess, DVI-in, and the HDMI. So obviously, we're not going to be using the speakers inside this because I bet you they sound just like trash. But just kind of confirming that this is the multi-model. Now, what I also noticed in the manual, and the stuff that I was reading online before pulling the trigger on any of this was, you know, it was all going to be in Korean. However, everybody said that these monitors don't have a built-in monitor or a built-in screen. And now remembering all the reviews that I read about this, those were always talking about the DVI only QX 2710, not the multis. The multis actually, from this manual apparently, actually do have an on-screen control for whatever the heck reason. And it looks like, you know, like there's RGB settings and stuff like that, and it also looks like I can actually switch the inputs with this on-screen menu, which is interesting. So I think everybody's saying that the QX 2710s don't have an on-screen menu is inaccurate because they actually come in two flavors, like I said. The multi, which is this, which has the on-screen, we're about to, well, I guess, find out if it has it. The manual says it has it, and then the basic one, which doesn't, because there's only one input. So, like I said, I'm going to try to take this off. I remember seeing some really basic review of it online to kind of pop these off, because this is just butt ugly. Like I said, it's going in the VESA mount. So I'm going to try to take that off, that one, and obviously the second monitor, and you know, see what we get. Yep. So just like I thought, you know, you have to pop the bezel off. So just literally 4 screws. Take a flathead screwdriver, very gently just twist it, and it pops. It pops up. There's really no force needed to get the bezel off. Which is sitting over there. The monitor, the screws for the actual monitor stand is actually behind the LCD. So you need to just, I remember watching a video online about actually moving the panel up, because my long-term, at least I think my actual weekend project is actually going to be debezeling these, but for now I'm just going to run them in their own housings and see how it turns out. I might actually keep it that way. But anyway, you don't need to take out any other screws to move the LCD out. You just need to take your finger with the plastic and pop it out of these little metal hooks. So I'll do this side because I figured I'd grab my camera. Anybody else wondering how to do this? Anyway, try to do this. Kind of difficult with 2 hands. See what happened? I literally just pushed it out and it came popping up. So do this side. See? And boom, this should be completely free floating now from what I read. Yep, it is. Alright, and then from here, literally I'll just take out these 2 Phillips head screws. This will drop down. I'll put the bezel back on, and I'll do the same thing to that one, and then it'll go up in the VESA mounts. Alright, so I took the monitor stands off, popped them onto the VESA brackets. What I found out was the hardware kit that came with the, there we go, the stand for the desk. These screws are like way too long for the back of the QNIX monitors. For whatever reason, it's like half of this. So they only go like so deep, which means that the screen will wobble back and forth. Luckily, I had my old Dell 22, which actually had hardware behind the monitor stand. I was actually be able to take that monitor hardware off, and luckily I also had another set of 4 screws too. But if you're getting this monitor stand off of Amazon, you know, be wary, because you might actually have to run out and grab either a VESA kit or you know, go into a hardware store and getting your own screws and stuff like that. So definitely be wary of that. But anyway, so I have them on the stand. I think what I'm actually going to do, instead of having a line smack dab in the middle of my face, I think I'm going to move this over to the left later on. Not now, but you know, later on, after when I make sure that these things work. But I gave them power. I turned the power button on. Both said DVI input. I couldn't see anything wrong with the displays yet, so I don't know. But I'm about to plug them in. So these are the Displayport to MIDI Displayport cables. So what we got. Alright, so my Mac flashed and is obviously registering that I have other displays plugged in, which is kind of nice. I have no idea how to menu. I don't know. Oh, that's flashing. DVI input, power save, source. Oh yeah, there's like a little bit of a menu. Look, check that out. That's kind of cool. DVI input. HDMI input. So I'm just hitting the source button. Oh, hey-oh. Nice. Yep. Wow. No kidding. Oh, that's... Oh my god, I think I don't even have any dead pixels in this one. It's running it at full res. That's really great. Alright, so here's a real test. Let's get them both hauling. Alright, so that's flashing. DVI input, no. DVI, no. HDMI, no. Boom. Oh my god, wow. That's a little mental. Okay, so let's see if we have any issues with these. Yeah, I'm totally gonna reorder this. This is nuts. Alright. They are bright. These are really, really, really bright. Definitely looks like there's gonna have to be like some color corrections. Like I think that the color's way off on this. It's like uber contrasty. Trying to see if I can rearrange my displays here. Oh my god, where's the arrangement? Oh, here we go. Okay, laptop all over there. Main display, I guess I'll put it as this one over there. Oh, it thinks that this monitor's over here. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Okay. That's gonna mess me up. So I gotta switch the inputs on that so I can get them right. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, I can cluster them. That's cool. So far so good. Displayport 1, Displayport 2 it says. And then my Mac over there. Let's see what we got for color profiles. Displayport. Yeah, I had a lot of monitors plugged into that. It was pretty crazy. Alright, so they need to be calibrated pretty bad. Yeah, it's like way off. Oh yeah. Alright, well anyway. So let's check for dead pixels. So I found this pretty cool little website for testing your LCD monitor. I know that the contrast is way off. Like, that's not even close. I know it's an iPhone, but it's not even close to what is on my Mac screen. I mean, I could kind of care less a little bit. Obviously, this is going to be color corrected to a point, just because mainly I do code. But I do sometimes look at PSDs, and I would kind of like them to show up accurately. Alright, LCD. There it is. Lagom.nl is the site. Warning, do not click preview next if you are sensitive to flicker. Alright. Next. Looking around here. Nope, it's dust. These pixels are so small on these displays, it's like, it's crazy. Wow. I actually don't think I have any dead pixels in this. That's interesting. All tests. Where's the one with the colors? Here we go. So noticing on my iPhone it shows up like this is a dark spot, but then like being in front of it so far I can't see anything. Oh, looks good. Yeah, these colors are way off. I want dead pixels. Come on. I'm kidding. Don't. No, I'm seriously kidding. I'm joking. I didn't do too bad. There we go. There. Oh, I thought I saw one. There is no dead pixels on this monitor. Holy crap. Wow. I mean, everybody kind of takes a gamble. You know, with these monitors and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why people are so hesitant with, you know, obviously buying them. But I read in a recent review that, you know, the guy was like, oh, the guy didn't get any pixels. I don't know what you're talking about. This monitor literally has no dead pixels in it. I have no idea why they... Okay, alright. Well, push it over here to this monitor. That's what we got. It's freaking me out because I have like dust specks on the monitor. I'm like, oh no! Yeah, this color's way off. It's like reddish. But no. Nope. Oh my god, my camera's focus is going bonkers. It's dust. Oh my god, I got 2 perfect displays. I rolled the dice and I got lucky numbers. Wow, okay, alright, well, so far, so great. So good, I guess. What I'll do next is, I think in a little bit, I'm going to move this entire stand over to the left so I can get my light back a little bit, so that that display is more over, you know, kind of angling the side of the desk. And then I'm actually going to plug this sucker into my gaming PC, and then I'm going to see what we really got in terms of, you know, being able to switch inputs and, you know, back and forth. That's been like my dream, to have, you know, 2 27s, you know, 1440p monitors, but be able to switch them both, because I do a lot of CAD work too. So far so good, guys. All right, so I just rearranged my other cables around a little bit. You know, not bad. It's off to the side there, so sit down. I'm gonna, you know, obviously do a little bit more with cable management, but it's a lot of screen real estate. That is a ton. That is a ton of screen real estate. So if anybody's wondering how I did that with the Thunderbolt displays, or the Retina Macbook Retina Displayport, mini Displayport, I just have a Velcro tie and they both go in. It's sitting over there chilling in clamshell mode, so I can, like, you know, just grab it on the fly, bring it out to my living room, come back in, just plug it in real quick, and then sit back down. It's up high enough where it's perfectly eye level for me, but I'm also able to get audio out of my sound sticks, so I'm totally stoked with that. I think it covers just the top speaker there, but they sound perfectly okay with it being there. I think, honestly, the only thing I might actually do on top of that is actually move this more to the left and get this completely off to the left side, and then have this flush to the back. But so far, actually, this is, you know, kind of comfortable. So, anywho, I figured I'd kind of complete it. Like I said, I have some color profiling to do with the monitors. Obviously, the contrast is way off, but it seems to be just a contrast thing. There's no dead pixels or anything else. I do have a menu button, and there is an on-screen menu. So, and hilariously enough, it actually looks identical to my Dell's monitor screen, but it gives you all of the menu options that you would, you know, expect to have in a monitor. So I'm going to go through this and just kind of calibrate it through max calibration thing, but it's, I mean, this is a Samsung LPS display. I mean, it's what they put in their Samsung things, and I got both of them, plus the stand, plus the cables, for less than like $200 cheaper than what I pay for one Thunderbolt display, which was pretty crazy. So, anyhow, hopefully this was useful for somebody else. I don't even think I'm gonna bother with debezeling these. I think they look great the way they are. I don't want to move the, you know, the controls to the back panel and like remove the bezel and like reroute stuff. I think this is perfectly fine for me. I'm not really gonna mind it. I think, you know, the only thing I might do is just kind of adjust the screens again, because obviously this is the first dual monitor stand I've ever had, plus, you know, dual 27. So, anyhow, hope you liked it. And you know, reach out to me if you have any questions with this.